restore basic services, but unstable ground made repairs dangerous and slow.
Days of thick air, heavy skies, the kind of pressure that makes everything feel fragile. Then the rain arrives. Not the kind that cools the streets, the kind that breaks them. For days, Shaanxi Province is battered without pause, and the land begins to lose its shape. Water turns brown with soil and ash, surging through towns and cities like it's tearing the region apart from the inside. Roads don't flood, they convert. Asphalt becomes a riverbed. Intersections become currents. The map becomes meaningless. In Yan'an, downtown doesn't take on water. It's claimed. Water cuts through residential block, swallowing storefronts, sold, yards, and doorways in one continuous push. It rises fast enough to turn ground floors into traps. You can feel the panic hiding inside ordinary movements, people bailing with buckets, pushing furniture upward, stacking anything that might slow the water for one more minute. Not because it will stop the flood, because it gives them something to do while control slips away. Small boats and improvised rafts appear where cars used to pass. Families climb to rooftops and wait silent, soaked, watching the streets below become a moving, contaminated sea and flash flooding. Time is not a clock. Time is altitude. Higher means longer, lower means gone. In Wuki County, emergency crews fight a battle they can't win, only delay. Debris is cleared, channels are cut, and sandbags are stacked at the entrances of schools and hospitals like a last prayer made of grit and plastic. In the main square, floodwater spreads wider and wider until even symbols of stability look defeated, flagpoles standing in rising pools. Fabric heavy and dragging, everything familiar bent by the same weight. Then the province's skeleton breaks. Transportation doesn't slow, it fails. Bridges crack, some collapse. Rural roads vanish under brown floodwater as if erased. And then, the kind of collapse that turns disbelief into dread. A major highway section gives out entirely. Concrete slabs snap and slide down into a valley. The ground beneath them washed hollow. Something built to carry thousands of vehicles a day becomes rubble in motion. Supply trucks can't pass. Relief is forced to turn back or wait for hours, trapped behind washouts and unstable terrain. In disasters like this, help doesn't arrive late, help gets blocked, held back by the same water it's trying to outrun. Electricity and water systems begin to unravel across dozens of towns. Power lines sag low, buzzing faintly before they die. Tap water stops. Neighborhoods switch to emergency deliveries. Repair crews work to restore what they can, but the ground is soaked and shifting, ready to fail again. Every repair is a gamble made on land that no longer holds steady. In Baji and Xi'an, The flood finds the city's weakest truth: the underground. Subway stations and underground malls go first. Water pours down stairwells like it's being funneled into the lungs of the city. Escalators stop mid-motion. Lights cut out. People scramble upward, chasing exits as lower levels fill fast. Parking garages become deep bathtubs, water rising until vehicles disappear beneath the surface, trapped in a murky silence where recovery will take days, if not weeks. Beyond the cities, the disaster spreads into the fields. Farmland across Shaanxi is drowned in silt and standing water. Crops are flattened, pinned down by mud and flood weight. Farmers dig makeshift ditches, trying to save what they can, but the harvest slips away with every hour the water stays. Livestock is moved quickly: cattle, goats, chickens herded through knee-deep water as barns flood and fences fail. Irrigation systems are damaged beyond quick repair, and with them goes more than a season's yield, goes certainty about what comes next. Relief teams deploy in large numbers. Bulldozers clear blocked roads. Soldiers deliver drinking water to stranded families. Shelters open in schools, mosques, and community centers. Volunteers pass out dry clothes, flashlights, warm meal, small human warmth in a province that feels like it has been turned inside out. Warnings continue over loudspeakers. Officials urge residents to stay alert, because even when the rain eases, the danger does not end. The ground remains soaked and unstable. Landslides can still tear through hillsides. Rivers can still surge. Floods don't always kill in the moment, they arrive sometimes they kill after. When people return too soon. And when people do return home, they don't return to damage. They return to aftermath. Mud-caked floors, broken windows, appliances floating sideways, rooms rearranged by force, streets coated in debris. A silence so thick it feels like the storm never really left, only moved into the walls. Shaanxi has faced floods before, but not quite like this. Because this isn't just water on roads. This is water rewriting infrastructure. Water cutting supply lines. Water shutting down power and clean drinking systems. Water filling underground spaces like a city drowning from the inside. Water burying farmland in silt. Water forcing entire communities upward onto rooftops, into shelters, into a future measured in cleanup and rebuilding. This is what it looks like when a region stops functioning and starts surviving. Thanks for watching Weather Floods, where we break down the facts behind nature's most intense flood events. If you found this report helpful, please like, comment, and subscribe. Your support keeps the channel going. Turn on notifications so you never miss a calm, clear update. Note: some footage may be used for illustration and may not show the exact event or exact location described. Stay informed. Stay safe.
Electricity and